looking for a new little business adventure in Bendigo, and we wanted to create something that lived and breathed our values in community and environment and social connection. And we also wanted to do something that was entrepreneurial and a bit more different. We saw that accommodation and tourism was a good thing to be a part of, and so that's where we got into the property. We've done up houses before. We're part of a lodge, a ski lodge, that we love the communal aspect of that. So we sort of took all those things into account and saw this property and thought, yeah, this pretty much is it. And we created it from there.
The house is very different now to what it was when we bought it. It's the same size. We've reused all the outbuildings here and repurposed them, but the house was very, very sad, very tired. So we did a complete retrofit of the house. We had to create additional bathrooms and additional ensuites and reconfigure things, including to make sure we could get the disabled access as well, creating disabled ramps. So it was a huge job. And in doing so, we also fitted the many sustainable features that we're really passionate about. But we did add the likes of the energy efficient LED lights throughout. There's water recycled from the rainwater tanks through all the toilets and also the garden. And we've also got a heat recovery and ventilation system in the roof that also takes that warmed air from the roof cavity and pumps it into the house, and also works in reverse in summer to cool through the evening. Yeah, it's a lovely garden space. It's beautiful through the afternoon and into the evening. We've got some lovely mature trees here as well that provide us with shade and umbrellas. But it is a nice, airy and light house, which is fantastic. The heating for Stay Social has actually just been replaced and is a very high efficiency ducted gas system. We did look very, very hard when the system did fail last year at how we could replace it with an all-electric system, because all-electric is absolutely the way to go. Unfortunately, it just wasn't feasible with the existing layout of the house. The fact we've got to heat 7 bedrooms plus communal spaces, and also even electricity capacity would have been an issue.
When we first set up the house, we really wanted to try and do everything as recycled and upcycled as possible. So we had a really fun trip to the local recycle yard and things like this table. We just, got all old materials and turned them into things like outdoor tables. The wicking beds are all used recycled material like gal iron. The bed heads are all made of upcycled materials, and one of my favourite bed heads is the one that we've made out of a green farm door, and we've got our local carpenter to help make that. There's a beautiful dining table made out of recycled timber, and even like the base of the tables are made out of truck wheels. And what else? Oh, the chairs, we picked them up from an old cafe that was getting rid of them and things like that. So that's the part that I think is really cool about this place. Little quirky things as well.
And we also do, the guests use the scraps go into the compost. They go either to the chooks or into our compost yard, which all contributes both to the eggs and to the veggies we grow.
One of the other things we've been working on during this, COVID challenging times is linking and supporting other local businesses, and also with a theme of eco travel. So we're collecting stories of people that are travelling that are sustainable and eco-friendly, and we're going to be putting them out to the broader community. And we're also linking with businesses. For example, one cafe locally, they have all their coffee grinds and they're going to give them to us, and we can put them in our compost and things like that. So that's really exciting, and I think it's so important to, we're just a 7-bedroom guest house. We're tiny in the scheme of things. However, if we can collaborate with other people as well as help spread the word more broadly about being responsible when you're travelling and designing your home, then that's a good thing too. Stay Social is 7-bedroom guest house and can sleep up to 12, and we set it up so that you could either book by the whole house as a private group and use the shared facilities for your private group. So we've got a shared kitchen facility, shared outdoor areas, shared entertainment areas, but we've also set it up so that during non-COVID restriction times, people can book individual rooms and still share the kitchen facilities and other facilities, and that in a way can help encourage social connections and getting those conversations going, so you're feeling a bit more friendly and more positive than just being stuck in your motel room.
Okay, we're here in the laundry at Stay Social, but the really important features here is we've got the inverter for our 5 kilowatt solar system, which faces both northeast and northwest on the roof of the main house, and also here at what we call the sunroom. So that's actually producing, well, certainly more power than we use overall. We're actually exporting about half the power to the grid from the system. We've also got here on the left an instantaneous electric water heater. So that's providing us with the hot water for our outside area here. We've also got up here, just out of screen, a system that actually diverts our excess solar. So when we're generating more solar than the house is using, it's directing it into a 400 litre hot water tank just behind us through this wall here. So that's also providing lots of the initial hot water for the house from the solar energy, and then it is instantaneous gas boosted because we do have 5 showers and 8 bathrooms, so unfortunately we can't run fully off electricity. So here out of sight we have our 400 litre hot water tank. So that's a standard electric element heat hot water tank, but the key is that that's actually coming entirely from our solar system. So when we've got excess power from the solar system not being used in the house, that is automatically diverted straight into this 400 litre hot water tank, and that generally by about 11 AM each morning that's back to full temperature, and then we're exporting solar back to the grid. So in the future, when the price comes down, we'll also install a battery storage unit here at the house, so that we can store that excess power for use in the evenings and through the night. Here at Stay Social, we're certainly all about sustainability, so we encourage guests that do want to use the laundry facilities here, particularly when they're here for business purposes or longer stays, to use our washing machines, absolutely, high efficiency, but also to dry their clothes using the natural energy of the sun. Yes, here we've got Goldie, one of our chooks here at Stay Social. Provides our guests with lovely fresh eggs and uses up the scraps, so it's all about reuse and recycling.